We begin at a wet Tanybwich and see David Lloyd George arrive with a 10:15 service train from Porthmadog to Blaunau Ffestiniog. Crossing here is the other double ferry, Minfordd, which arrives with a 10:20 from Blaunau Ffestiniog. This is a Bygones Weekend special train. We look into the cab of David Lloyd George and see the reversing lever placed in mid-gear. There is one water gauge on each side of the cab. The water space between the two boilers is continuous, unlike the fireboxes, which are two separate ones. A water space separates them. Despite the damp rails, David Lloyd George makes a clean start. Minfordd and Lyd arrived back in Porthmadog. Lyd had taken the first train of the day to Blaunau Ffestiniog, and Minfordd had taken the empty slate wagons. To save a path back to Porthmadog, the double ferry had been coupled to Lyd at Tanybwich. On arrival, Minfordd quickly went to take water before heading back to the front of the train to take the 12:05 service back to Blaunau Ffestiniog. The rather feeble whistle of Lyd marks its arrival at Boston Lodge Halt, en route back to Tanybwich. Large quarry Hunslet Lilla shows a fair turn of speed as it takes a short goods train to Minfordd. Minfordd slows to a stop at Boston Lodge Halt so that a change of crew can take place. Lilla returns to Porthmadog with the freight train we saw earlier. Planche, fitted with piston valves, makes a rapid start from Porthmadog. This is the locomotive we saw earlier having a crew change. It's running around ready to make another trip up the line. The bogie carriages in this train were all originally built from 1873 onwards and have been renovated several times since then. The new double fairlie James Bonner II showed itself off at Porthmadog. The carriage number 10 attached to Lilla is a replica built in 2007 of an 1868 Ashbury four-wheeler. Originally built as a first-class vehicle, it was downgraded to third class when the bogie coaches arrived. Not a drone shot, but taken from the high ground above Boston Lodge, we see a double fairlie crossing the Cobb. And this is Britomart, a small quarry Hunslet taking a goods train back to Porthmadog. A classic view of Porthmadog station, with Blanche struggling for adhesion on the curves. Britomart and Lilla double-headed train from Porthmadog to Tanybwich. This will be a long journey for quarry Hunslets. The fireman on Britomart could be heard telling the fireman on Lilla that Britomart's water tanks was almost empty, and Lilla's fireman replied that they were almost out of coal. After the two quarry Hunslets had left Tanybwich, David Lloyd George arrived with the down service train at Tanybwich. Trains were due to cross at Tanybwich at 12:45, but trains were now running quite late, so it was a while before Meriden Emrys appeared on a Bygones Weekend train through to Blaunau Ffestiniog. After the ritual of taking water at Tanybwich had occurred, the fireman went to change the tokens while Blanche prepared to run around the train. train we'd seen at Tanybwich arriving at Porthmadog. After a quick run round, it was time to reattach to the front of the train for another journey to Tanybwich. Finally, on Sunday, the weather changed and clear skies replaced the rain and low cloud which had marked the previous 2 days.